Headline News, I'm Lynn Vaughn. President Reagan's first major speech on AIDS is receiving both cheers and jeers. His remarks came at a fundraising dinner for AIDS research last night. Frances Harden reports.
The occasion was a glittering affair hosted by Elizabeth Taylor, which raised more than $500,000 for AIDS research. It was also Ronald Reagan's first major address on federal policy on AIDS. He used the occasion to endorse recommendations put forward last week by his Domestic Policy Council.
AIDS is surreptitiously spreading throughout our population, and yet we have no accurate measure of its scope. It's time we knew exactly what we were facing, and that's why I support some routine testing.
The proposals, which were championed by conservative factions in the administration, were unpopular with many in the audience.
I've also asked HHS to add the AIDS virus to the list of contagious diseases for which immigrants and aliens seeking permanent residence in the United States can be denied entry.
In addition to immigrants, Mr. Reagan is calling for testing in federal prisons and, if appropriate, in veterans' hospitals. On the state level, the president will encourage AIDS testing for people seeking marriage licenses and those who visit sexual disease and drug abuse clinics. President Reagan also defended his administration's record on funding AIDS research. Demonstrators outside marched in memory of those who died of AIDS and called for more research money.
We got the power to fight back!
Cooperation.
Congressman Henry Waxman calls a proposal for routine testing a triumph of politics in the administration over the advice of health care experts, such as Surgeon General C. Everett Koop.
But it seems to me that what we need is an education campaign for everybody, not just for those who may be tested.
President Reagan was visibly upset by the booing he received. Nevertheless, the audience gave him a standing ovation. The boos, hisses, and applause which greeted Mr. Reagan mirror the divisions in American society over the best way to handle a disease that has already stricken 35,000 people in the United States. Frances Harden, CNN, Washington.
Vice President George Bush delivers the keynote address to the largest gathering of AIDS experts ever this morning in Washington. Some 6,000 scientists began arriving yesterday for the third International Conference on AIDS. Researchers from Atlanta to Zaire are scheduled to present and discuss the latest information on the disease.